Have you ever found yourself sharing the road with unruly taxi or bus drivers? If so, you're likely familiar with the chaotic dance that unfolds daily on the bustling thoroughfares of St. Ann. This Jamaican parish is home to a unique breed of taxi and bus drivers known for their impulsive maneuvers and daring overtakes. Imagine this. You're cruising along the highway when suddenly, a taxi darts out from a side street, weaving through traffic as if engaged in a high-speed chase. It's a heart-stopping sight, one that's all too common in St. Ann. These drivers, especially the ones operating between Exchange to Ocho Rios to St. Ann's Bay, and the buses that journey to Brownstown, seem to possess a language of their own on the road. It's a language that speaks of impatience, disregard for rules, and an unyielding determination to get ahead. Pedestrians walking along the soft shoulders often find themselves dodging taxis that seem to appear out of nowhere. The sidewalks, meant for leisurely strolls, transform into expressways for these road warriors. Horns blare incessantly, creating a symphony of impatience that echoes through the air. Despite the chaos, there exists a bizarre kind of camaraderie among these drivers. They communicate through a series of hand gestures, nods, quick honks and flashing headlights, forming an unspoken alliance in their shared quest to outsmart the traffic police on duty. Traffic lights present the perfect opportunity for them to showcase their audacious behavior, jostling to get to the front of the line. However, their reckless antics extend beyond the road. These are the same drivers who often refuse to pay their traffic tickets when prosecuted and then later find themselves in the media, pleading for amnesty to avoid arrest. They will put on a show as if they are the most disciplined road users in the country, but their actions on the road tell a different story. Despite the frustration they cause to other road users, these taxi and bus drivers remain a significant part of the traffic congestion problem in St. Ann, and contributors to numerous accidents along the roadway. It's as if the roads are a grand stage, and each taxi and bus is a performer, vying for the spotlight. Beyond the spectacle, however, lies a more serious issue. The reckless driving that seems to be the norm rather than the exception on the roads of St. Ann is not just a source of frustration and annoyance for other road users. It poses a significant danger to the community at large, particularly the pedestrians who are forced to share the road with these public passenger vehicles. These drivers, with their impulsive maneuvers and daring overtakes, create an environment that is ripe for accidents. Pedestrians walking along the soft shoulders often find themselves playing a dangerous game of dodgeball with taxis that seem to appear out of nowhere. The sidewalks, intended for leisurely strolls, are transformed into high-speed lanes for these drivers, with horns blaring incessantly and creating a cacophony of impatience that echoes through the air. But it's not just the pedestrians who are at risk. Other road users too often find themselves caught in the whirlwind of chaos these drivers create. The disregard for rules and the unyielding determination to get ahead at all costs means that these drivers often put everyone else on the road in harm's way. Additionally, these drivers play a significant role in contributing to traffic congestion in St. Ann. Their refusal to follow traffic rules and their tendency to cut in and out of traffic means that they often cause bottlenecks and slow down the flow of traffic. This in turn leads to long delays and increased frustration among other road users. Moreover, the disregard for rules often leads to accidents. While some of these accidents may only result in minor injuries, others can be fatal. The cost of these accidents, both in terms of lives lost and damage to property, is a heavy burden for the community to bear. These taxi and bus drivers are not just a nuisance. They're a hazard. They disrupt the peace and tranquility of the community, endanger lives, and contribute to traffic congestion and road accidents. It's high time we address this issue and ensure that our roads are safe for everyone. So what can be done about this problem, you may ask? Well, the answer lies in a combination of education, regulation, and enforcement. Firstly, public passenger vehicle drivers need to undergo comprehensive training. This should go beyond simple driving skills to include road etiquette, the importance of obeying traffic laws, and the serious consequences of reckless driving. They need to understand that their actions have a ripple effect, impacting not only their passengers but also other road users and pedestrians. This training should be mandatory for all public passenger vehicle drivers, regardless of whether they drive a taxi or a bus. It's important to remember that these drivers are transporting precious cargo, human lives. Their responsibility is immense, and they should be equipped with all the necessary skills to carry out their duties safely and efficiently. Secondly, we should implement a recertification process every 5 years. This would ensure that drivers maintain high standards and stay updated with any changes to traffic laws. During this recertification, drivers would be re-evaluated on their driving skills, knowledge of traffic laws, and understanding of road etiquette. Those who fail to meet the required standards should not be allowed to continue operating public passenger vehicles. Lastly, there needs to be stricter enforcement of traffic laws. Traffic police should be vigilant in monitoring these drivers and taking action against those who break the rules. Penalties for traffic violations should be severe enough to deter drivers from repeating their offenses. But change cannot happen overnight. It will require a concerted effort from all stakeholders: the government, the traffic police, the public passenger vehicle operators, and most importantly, the public. We all have a role to play in promoting safer roads. Perhaps then these taxi and bus drivers will start treating the road as a place of business rather than a stage for their daring performances. Until that day comes, the dance continues. The chaotic ballet of taxi and bus drivers in St. Ann is a spectacle that unfolds daily, transforming our roads into a grand stage of impatience, disregard for rules, and an unyielding determination to get ahead. These drivers, known for their impulsive maneuvers and daring overtakes, weave through traffic as if engaged in a high-speed chase. This reckless behavior not only puts pedestrians at risk, but also contributes significantly to traffic congestion and numerous accidents along the roadway. There's a dire need for a change. We must advocate for a series of training for public passenger vehicle drivers and a recertification process every 5 years. Perhaps then they'll start treating it as a business and exercise discipline and care when using the road. Share a comment below if you've experienced this type of behavior or been a victim of it. And remember to subscribe for more content like this. Stay safe out there, friends.